Hello, Chiefs Kingdom. It's time to have a real conversation. The kind of conversation every loyal fan deserves before the season kicks off and the hype machine takes over. We know the Kansas City Chiefs are chasing greatness every year. When you have Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, and Travis Kelce, that's just a standard. But let's not ignore the elephant in the room. Not every offseason move is a home run. Let's talk about Jalen Moore. This isn't about being negative. It's about being honest. Because if there's one thing the Chiefs don't need in 2025, it's another disappointment on the offensive line. And yet, here we are, placing a massive responsibility on a guy who's barely been tested in real NFL wars. Moore spent 4 years in San Francisco, mostly riding the bench behind Trent Williams. Yes, he stepped in late last season. And sure, the PFF grade of 74.9 looks decent at first glance. But let's not be fooled by a small sample size. He played just 271 snaps last season. That's not enough to crown anyone as Mahomes' blindside savior. Now the Chiefs are paying him $30 million over 2 years, with nearly $14 million guaranteed. That's not chump change. That's a serious investment. And yet, he's only started 12 games in his entire NFL career. What makes this move even riskier is the stakes involved. Moore isn't protecting just any quarterback. He's protecting the most valuable player in football. Patrick Mahomes has already taken more hits than he should. He was sacked 36 times last year, the most in his career. And now we're trusting Jalen Moore to fix that? It feels like the Chiefs were cornered. After trying and failing to bring in Ronnie Stanley, they had to pivot, and fast. So Moore became the solution. But was it the right move? Or was it a desperation signing with a flashy number attached to calm the fan base? Let's also not forget, the Chiefs drafted Josh Simmons in the first round. That tells you everything. It's the safety net. If Moore doesn't perform, Simmons is waiting in the wings. But are we really in a position to experiment mid-season? Andy Reid is a master at getting the most out of his players. But even Reid can't turn raw talent into Pro Bowl protection overnight. And when the regular season starts, there's no time for growing pains. Not when Mahomes is under constant pressure. Moore allowed a sack, 2 hits, and 10 pressures last year in very limited action. Now imagine that over a full season. It's not hard to see the cracks forming. And when those cracks open up, they don't just affect Moore, they affect the entire offense. The success of this team hinges on protection. It always has. You can have the best quarterback in the world, but if he's running for his life every snap, it doesn't matter. That's why left tackle is arguably the most critical position on this roster after Mahomes himself. As fans, we want to believe. We want every new signing to be the answer, but we also have to be realistic. Moore might not be ready, and if he's not, the Chiefs will have to pivot quickly, and that could cost them valuable games early in the season. This doesn't mean the season is doomed. Far from it. The Chiefs have the depth, the leadership, and the mindset to adapt. But the left tackle spot can't be a revolving door again. We saw how that played out last year. Training camp will give us a glimpse. But the true test will come when the lights are on and Mahomes drops back for the first time in September. That's when we'll see what Jalen Moore is really made of. Until then, Chiefs fans should keep their expectations measured. Hope for the best, but prepare for the possibility that Moore could be the weak link in an otherwise championship-caliber roster. Let's keep watching, keep supporting, and keep demanding excellence. Because in Kansas City, that's the only standard we accept.